All right, so this is the end results for the $864 collection that I picked up on eBay. That was basically a player's collection. It was decks, it was bulk, it was things like that, a couple extras. And so I want to kind of throw the numbers at you guys so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with and what my thoughts are. So I got a bunch of piles here. I'm gonna break them down to you really quick. So, well, actually, let me back up. So the collection cost $864 shipped to my door. I did make some sales on some of these things before this, so I want to be very clear about that. So I did sell all the dice, the dice, the playmats, all the deck boxes, all that kind of stuff. I sold it at my Whatnot show like the day after I opened this thing up and started filming it, and I netted about $70 from all those extras, the dice, the playmats, deck boxes, all that. There were some cards I did sell earlier on. I netted about $50 from those, and then all the bulk is actually in the process of being sold right now, and I should net about $50 for that. So which brings me actually just below 700, but we're gonna say about $700. So basically my cost now is about $700. It's just shy. That's probably more like $690. We'll call it 700 for easy numbers. Now, these 4 big stacks right here, this is all stuff that's like 50 cents to like 99 cents. So it's basically, it's most likely buy listable. Some of it might not be, but again, if I'm going to send a whole bunch of stuff to the conduit of cards, which I always do, it's all little stuff like this. They do all the work for me. It's a lot easier. Could I get more if I sold them all individually? Yes, of course I could, but there's like 300 plus cards there and they're all smalls and I'm just not going to deal with them. So about 300 cards, and the average cost was like 74 cents or something like that. So again, however you want to figure it. If you want to figure, I get like 10 cents a piece and I get $30 out of all this bulk, whatever. I know I'll get more than that because I've got the reports for my card conduits before, and it's all, I know it works well. But so let's just, make easy math again. Let's say with all this bulk traded in, I'm down to about $6.50 in cost and all this. So let's just agree to disagree, or however you want to look at it. Again, everyone looks at numbers with cards differently, but I'm trying to simplify it in an easy way. So let's go now to my $1 to $5 pile. So this pile and this pile, $1 to $5, everything's scanned. I have 246 cards for $571. Now, I might as well thumb through these really quick so you guys can see it. This is everything $1 to $5. A lot of great playables in here. Again, this was a commander player for sure. This was a collection of a player. Again, condition this was very, very good. Some galaxy foils in there for sure. But again, a lot of small stuff. A lot of $2 cards. I think the average value was just over $2. It was like $2.20 or something like that for the average card. And again, you can say, maybe they all buy list for 50 cents. 79 cents, $1, whatever it is. There's also a lot of $4 cards in here too. So however you want to look at it, if you want to say I get 50% of it on a buy list, sure, that probably makes makes the most sense. So maybe like $290 or so, bringing my cost down to what, like call it 400. Probably a good guesstimate right there. Again, everyone's different. However you want to look at it, it's fine. But there's that. So again, this is a great little lot too, because this is a crap load of just good playables you're gonna throw in decks. So I'll be honest with you, probably a lot of this I probably won't be selling a lot of this. Not all of this. I mean, there'll be some. I mean, for sure, commander staples that like you put in decks that you just keep because you're gonna be buying them again for a deck. So I'll have to go through it before I send everything off to a buy list. Well, this stuff anyways, the lower stuff. I'll have to see what I'm going to keep. There's definitely some keepers, some stuff that, is just like a standard thing you just hold on to for decks. Swift Boots, Soul Rings, Relic Core Towers. I mean, you use them all the time. So, yeah, good. Well, this is the first stack here. Again, it's a bunch of stuff, $1 to $5. It was a good collection. Overall, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, again, tokens worth like $3 right there. It's crazy. But yeah, a lot of $1 to $5 cards, great playables. And that's the nice thing is when you get like an actual, like kind of, I don't want to say a curated collection, but it wasn't like this wasn't like a mixed random lot. This was a collection, but at the same time, it had a lot of bulk in it too to sort through, which I did find some cool stuff. Not an insane amount. Like there was an insane amount of good pickable bulk, but there was some. It made it worth it. And when I said I paid $864 and they had scanned some of it for like 1,100. I was like, all right, well, like, even though that's all there is, I'll get my values worth, so it's fine. And there was some more in the bulk. There were some other things that were good. So really liked it. That's crazy. It's only a $3 card. But yeah, so many good stuff in here. So many good things to pick from, play from. Great collection. Absolutely love it, especially as a commander player. So, yeah. Go through this real quick. Again, this is the $1 to $5 stuff, $1 to $4.99. Crazy amount of good stuff. All right, so we'll put this aside, and then let's go next to the. This is the $5 to $10 cards, or I should say $5 to $9.99. Now there were 49 cards in this lot. A little less, obviously, a little more, but 49 cards with $334. Lear Dawnbringer. This is funny because I remember this card was, this uncommon in Kaldheim was expensive for a long time. Then it was reprinted, but actually it went back up. It's like a $7 card again. Skull Clamp. Love these. Lightning Greaves, very nice. Endless Ranks. Scab. Some cool foils in here too. This one was funny. I was surprised. So a Dark Ritual from Master 25. Hey, listen, I don't make the prices. I'm just telling you what it scans at. It scans at like 7 and change. So sure. I'll take it. Noxious Revival. Captain Phoenix, always love that one. I'll take all these Lightning Greaves, man. Great for decks. So very cool lot again of $5 to $10 stuff. Great playables, good commanders, couple Nazguls there, nice. Dies are good. Foil Sinking Stupor, this is great. This is like an $8 uncommon. Actually, I thought it was a little more, to be honest with you. Jurassic Park stuff, very cool. Bilbo's Ring. Old stuff. Again, all playables. Love the Etched from MH2, very cool. Bear Umber, that's the one. It's so much fun because I'm just watching the video. Someone just commented. They're saying Barum is what you're looking for. I'm like, yep, that's what it is. So again, very cool lot there of stuff that's $5 to $10. This is the very small lot of stuff that was $10 and up. So it's 26 cards in here with a value of $5.24. So here we go. We got Mind Crank, Mesmeric Orb, very nice. The foil Zelix, Smothering Tithe, like those. Deathrite Shaman, Avacyn was good. Archangel, that's like probably one of the biggest hits in the set, I think, besides the ring. For this collection, Land Tax, yeah, the One Ring probably being the number one card, like in the 60 range. Throne of Eldraine, Tree of Perdition from Jumpstart 2022, World Tutor, Assault Maze, Grave Pact, love the Flare, Borderless, Borderless, what do you call it? Perfect Hybrid, nice. Sphere, Atraxa, good. Cigarze, this thing popped up. Even the list card is worth pretty good for this. Hour Shards, great card. Yawgmoth, Borderless Windswept Heath, Vorinclex was like nice, that was close to the $50 range, and then that one right there. So overall, it was great. So if I totaled up, again, run the numbers really quick. So 864, minus 70 for some of the extra stuff, dice, playmats, deck boxes, minus $50 for a few cards I sold individually on my Whatnot show, netting about $50 for the bulk. That brings me just about $700. The total of the 1 to 10, $1 and up cards, not the 50 cents to $1, but the $1 and up cards was $14.29. So again, even if you just said I buy listed it, I got 50% of it, I just did a quick little sale, I actually still made money on this, and that's not even including all the little tiny bulk that I'm going to buy list too. So this is a great collection. I'm happy with it. I got to have fun with it. And the cool thing is what I've been doing now is all the so all the $1 to $5 cards, I will be buy listing all that stuff that I'm not going to keep for myself. So the only thing I'm going to sell individually on my own is basically going to be this. The $5 and up things. And what I've been doing is, honestly, I've been putting them on my Whatnot channel, and I've been trying to give people the best deal I can. You know, if a card is $10, you know, shipped, let's say $10 free shipping on TCG Player. All right, well, like I'm gonna do my cheap shipping with it's like 75 cents to mail it with like basically a stamp on Whatnot, and I'll put it at $9. So it'll actually be cheaper than TCG Player. So that's just what I do. And I figure it works out good that way. I don't have a lot of cards to sell, so my pile doesn't get big. All of this will get buy listed, all the $1 to $5 stuff, all the 50 cents to $1 will get buy listed. Send all that in, then they'll send me the money that way, and it saves me a lot of time. Again, can I get a lot more if I sell this individually? I could get a lot more, but it's also to take into account your time and what your time is worth. And for me, again, right now, I'm not a single seller. I do this for the fun of it and the enjoyment of it. I can buy list all this. This all goes away. This all goes away, and I have very little left as far as my costs, and all I'm left with is those two piles in the back, which those two piles are worth $858. And I'll sell that probably like 10% off on my Whatnot page on my show, and we'll have a good time. People get some good deals and some singles, and I'll move on to the next one. So again, let me know what their thoughts are. I like this collection. I thought it was a lot of fun. The condition was good. Yeah, again, different than the kind of style collection I'm used to doing, but I loved it. Let me know what you think.